Hello, this is Zena. We're going to be reading Tiger Eyes by Judy Blume, Chapter 18. I told Jane that I have decided to join Candy Stripers with her. She says, terrific. It'll look really good on our college applications. Communism. Hour. I think about explaining that it's not the reason I'm joining, that college isn't about the farthest thing from my mind right now, that I don't even know if I want to go to college. But I decide to say nothing. I don't feel like getting into another hassle over my future. We walk to the Los Alamos Medical Center together. We go to a room marked Director Volunteers, where we listen to a lecture on the duties of all after school helpers. There are about 15 of us, and 3 are boys. I try to picture them dressed in candy stripe jumpers, and I begin to giggle. Once I get started, I can't stop. Jane looks over at me and raises an eyebrow. I look away and try to control myself. Basically, the director says, your duties are to assist the nurses and the aides. You will be delivering mail and flowers, making sure that the patients have fresh water, and helping to serve the evening meal. You may not, under any circumstances, administer medication to the patients, nor can you bring them anything to eat or drink except what has been ordered for them. Occasionally, one of our volunteers run into a troublesome patient. If that happens, report directly to me. James over whispers, when my sister was a candy striper, she had a patient who flashed her. Sue. Sue them. I mouthed the word gross at Jane. Then go back to listening to the director. Well, sir, we certainly appreciate your time and assistance, she says. And now, if you'll come with me, we'll see about your uniforms and you can get to work. My first job is pushing the water cart down the hall, stopping at each room and filling the patient's pitchers with fresh water and ice. I go into a semi-private room. There are flowers all over the place, both patients and middle-aged women, and neither one looks especially sick. They are sitting up in their beds reading one a Harold Robinson's novel, the other Atlantic Monthly. They barely glance my way as I fill their water pitchers. The room is almost semi-private, but there's just one patient, an older man. He is bald, very thin, and his skin is a grayish color. Hello, he says. I've been waiting for you. He speaks in a lyrical New Mexican accent. I've been listening to the Spanish radio station in my room at night. I love the sound of the language, even though I don't understand the words. And the same musical sound carries through the Hispanic's English. So she's trying to say this guy is Mexican or Hispanic. You've been waiting for me, I say, for any pretty girl. Oh, I think, remembering Jane's story about her sister and the flasher. If he tries anything funny, I'll just tell him to put it away and I'll go directly to the volunteer's office. The volunteer's office. I fill his water pitcher and when my back is turned, he says, look at this. I spin around, almost dropping the pitcher, and see him winding up a toy. Lord Jesus. It is a dancing bear. That's cool. That's cool. He places it on his bedside table and the bear dances around in a circle. My son brought it to me from California. He goes to school there. I laugh nervously, partly at the dancing bear, partly at myself for having been so suspicious. You can you cannot blame her. If you do, well, we know what type of person you are. Does your father work at the lab? He asks. No, but my uncle does, I tell him. I'm on the maintenance crew 15 years. He holds out his hand to shake and introduces himself. Willie Orchard. Ortiz. Willie Ortiz. His hand is bony and fragile, and when I shake it, I can't help noticing the difference between mine and his. I'm Davy Wexler, I tell him. He winds up the dancing bear again, and this time my laugh is genuine. That's so cute. You like it? It's yours. And he holds it out to me before it has wound down, so that the bear's legs are still moving. Oh no, I say, I can't. Why not? Because it's yours. Hijole? Hijole? I know it's not Hijole. Don't come for me, okay? Hijole, you're a tough one. I tell you what, I'm not going to be here for long, and when I'm gone, I want you to have it, okay? Sure. Okay. It's cancer. I knew it was cancer. I forgot, but I knew. But I'm ready to die, he says. He says it so easily. I'm sure I have misunderstood. For a long time, he says, too long, in and out of the hospital, but this is the end. I turn away and look out the window. The sun is setting. I haven't ever seen anything like a New Mexican sunset. New Mexican sunset? I mean, I guess you could call it that. I mean, she's in New Mexico, so the whole sky turns pink, and then red, then purple. Why did he have to tell me he is dying? My throat is tingling with allergies, and maybe a little bit of sad. Don't be sad, he says. I face him again, hoping he won't see how close to tears I am. Well, I say, I'll see you next week. Sure, next week. After work, I meet Jane outside. It is growing cold and dark. I button my jacket and turn up the collar. I'm going to have to buy a hat and gloves. How did it go, Jane asks. Okay. Any trouble? No. You? Nothing. We begin to walk home. If you had your choice, I say, would you rather die slowly of cancer or fast like being shot? I'm not sure, Jane says. With the cancer, you'd have time to get ready. And you feel so sick, you probably want it to be over. If you got shot, well, it'd be so sudden. I don't wait for her to finish. I interrupt with, you wouldn't have any time to say goodbye. You wouldn't have time to say goodbye. I'd rather go on my sleep. Ah, like and subscribe.